I am live, it says. Okay. Let me see if my mouse is showing up here on the live stream. Okay. So my mouse shows up. All right. Why I added the capacitors. On the source side here. Give me 1 second. Oh, good. It's coming out zoomed. All right. Checking the stream out. So on the source side here, get your positive 12 volts, and this is the rail where the high voltage flyback positive comes in. Okay, so the first thing it will hit is the one side of a 1 kilovolt, 1 microfarad capacitor, and it will hit the positive side of a 450 volt, 120 microfarad capacitor. It will not, the positive will not be able to go this way because of the diode, but it can go this way, and this is a 14 volt Zener diode, which basically means only 14 volts will pass through. So when these capacitor banks here charge up, if they charge up, which they should, to over 14 volts, anything over 14 volts will start funneling through the Zener diode to the positive side of your 12 volt battery. And of course the negative rail of the flyback's right here. And let me zoom out so you can verify that. See these two diodes? See the 1N4007 right there? That connects to the, right here, the negative side of the flyback. Here's the positive side of the flyback, going this way. So the same thing is happening on the inverse side of the circuit, but let's just focus on one side because both sides of the circuit are identical and wired identical and switched identical. So you only need to focus on one side of the circuit and the two switches that control that side. So the positive flyback comes down here, hits these two positive sides of these two capacitor banks. Negative rail also hits the ear, but only the 14 volts past the Zener hits your 12 volt battery. The negative also hits your 12 volt battery. Whatever your battery has in it over 12 volts will come out the positive here of the 12 volt Zener out this way, and it will feed your positive rail here for the next pulse. When this switch is closed, it will charge up positive on the next coil, and this switch will then close also, and the negative will connect to the negative rail as seen here from your battery. So to some degree, assuming these capacitors drain themselves into your battery and there's nothing in them, your battery will feed this circuit. So I just wanted to explain why I added these two Zeners here. Okay, they're there to give it a greater chance of charging up your battery, um, and only charging your battery with 14 volts. So you never, essentially you never have to worry about your batteries uh, overcharging. And your battery will always release no less than 12 volts. So if your battery drops below 12 volts, it won't feed the circuit anymore. Okay, well, you know, so that's that, guys. Um, I think this is good to have here, these Zeners. Just if you're trying to get the flyback to efficiently capture all of the flyback energy, you're not going to really do it in a 12-volt battery. You get some of it, but if you really want to catch all the juice, all the joules in that flyback, you're going to have to use capacitor banks. And then, after your capacitor bank, then you funnel some of that power to your battery for dense storage. I hope that makes sense, guys. Um, I'll zoom around here a little bit. You can see the same thing is happening on the other side of the circuit. Positive flyback comes out here, down the positive rail, the positive side of your battery. Negative flyback goes up here. Okay, it goes this way through the high voltage 407 to the negative rail. At which time that this is open. This switch will be open, and the negative flyback will not be able to feed this other coil. That's why I added the extra switch in the previous video, and in this video I'm explaining the purpose of the 14-volt Zener to your 12-volt battery in and the 12-volt Zener out from your 12-volt battery. And I'm also going over the capacitors. And this is just an educated guess on the values here of these two caps. I just picked them because I thought they were good. I have not tested this yet, but I'm pretty confident that these caps will do fine. And, I don't see how you're going to get over 14 volts on these caps with that Zener there and having your 12-volt battery as a load. It's going to load these caps like so in a circle. All right, guys, over and out.